What's going on, everyone? This is Mike Sleater with MotoOnline.com. We are in Barcelona, Spain for the highly anticipated Stark Future Stark Varg launch. This is a groundbreaking electric motorcycle that I am very fortunate to be one of the first riders to ride. There's so much detail going on in this bike, and a lot of it's focused around the battery, the engine, and the technology of the first really 450 size electric motorcycle. But let me tell you, before we get into that, I'm gonna talk about the components that make this bike extra special. I thought this bike was gonna have a lot of parts that would carry over from other brands, but it doesn't. Essentially, everything on here is produced in-house. The attention to detail, from the chain blocks, it's the way they adjust it with a click to get the chain tension, to the split design triple clamps, the proprietary rims and machine hubs, and other componentry that make this bike its very own is absolutely amazing. But that's not, we haven't even touched the surface when it comes to the KYB technical touch fork and shock, and of course the electric power plant. They share a lot of the same technology of the likes of BMW and Tesla when it comes to battery technology. They are now building a 180,000 square foot building to get this into production. And yes, it is that good. My first impression of it was, wow, this thing is really fast. I'm riding the 60 horsepower model. It is that fast, that connected. I was nervous, to be honest. It's light, it's flickable. It kind of thinks of a 125 with a footprint of a 450 and a roll-on power like a 60 horsepower 450. I mean, to put it into words how it feels is really hard, to be honest. It's light, it's flickable, but the most important part of the day is when we did it back to back. I went back to back against the MC 450 gas, and the difference was mind-blowing from going onto that and then going back onto the Stark Varg. Really no comparison. The fun factor, the rideability, although the MC 450 is one of the leaders in the class, it doesn't feel like this. It still feels like a motorcycle. It still has the fun factor, but the lightness, the throttle response, the quickness, it was astonishing. I can tell you that Stark Future has changed the game in how we are going to ride motorcycles and open the doors to where we can ride motorcycles in the future. Varg means wolf, I believe, in Swedish, and this thing's a wolf. It's gonna come after some people, and I'm very impressed with what they brought to the table for us. There's a long trip from Australia all the way to Barcelona for this, and I would do it 10 times over to continue to be able to be part of this journey with this company. As a test rider today for MotoOnline.com, I'm privileged to say I cannot wait for these bikes to hit the floor and open more tracks and allow new riders in the sports. Congrats, Stark Future, on an amazing launch. This bike is incredible.